Rangers win, baby, 5-4 over the Calgary Flames. And what a good game for the Rangers. Sorta. I mean, there were times where it definitely looked iffy during the game, but you know what? They end up getting the 2 points. It was after the All-Star break. I'm going to give them that pass for this one. It was going to be a bit sloppy regardless, so it is what it is at the end of the day. But the Rangers come away with the 2 points, and that's what I'm really happy about. We're going to talk about the game. Before we do, though, remember to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. We cover them heavily here on the channel. And turn on your notifications so you know when I upload a video next. But, yeah, we got a lot to talk about with this game. This was definitely a crazy one, considering the fact that there were 9 goals, and also because of the fact that there was an absurd amount of bods being thrown. I mean, my God, Jacob Trouba throwing hits left and right. You have Sammy Blais getting Milan Lucic all pissed off. Unreal. It was funny to see the Calgary Flames have no ball sack at all, and seeing them complain, watching them try to fight Trouba after throwing those hits, go and fight Sammy Blais after throwing clean hits. It was all cute and everything, and the Flames fans in the Garden really being all cute too after they took that lead to go 4-3, thinking that they had the game locked up in the bag. But nah, you didn't. You really didn't. Markstrom was not good. Their team was not good. I was not impressed by the Flames. Sorry, Flames fans. I wasn't impressed. No good defense at all. Jonathan Huberdeau, where was he? No idea. But let's talk about this game now, shall we? So, starts off with it starts off pretty interesting, right? Because, I mean, the Rangers, it's weird, this sport, man. I thought that they started off pretty bad for the first period in general, but they end up getting on the board first, and it's Filipino from Kako and Fox. And Filipino with just a beautiful snipe on the goal for this one. This thing was a beauty, and Filipino continues his hot streak like he never left. And yeah, the All-Star break clearly didn't matter to him. He's still on a heater right now. And then after that, Harper takes a penalty. He goes off for tripping, and thankfully, Rangers kill that off. But it would be afterwards that Blake Coleman scores from Mangiapane, and this was a very soft goal. Jarl Halak should not have let that up. Adam Fox out of position there as well. Adam Fox had a very rough game. And then there was also in the first period a sequence where Panarin turned the puck over like 3 times. It was just like, what are you doing? Just was frustrating to watch that first period unfold. They got outshot 12-10, and it didn't feel like it. The Rangers, they ended up getting a couple good things happening their way. They got some power plays as the entire sequence ended up happening where Jacob Trouba throws a monster hit on Dubé, and then Tanev goes in and drops the mitts with him, and both of them end up going off for fighting there. But there was the instigator. The Rangers couldn't score on the power play. They looked awful on the power play, by the way, which continues to make me want to vomit, but that's a whole different conversation. And yeah, again, Trouba having the fight for a clean hit. Yet again, ridiculous. But it is what it is. Then you have Sammy Blais throw a big hit on Milan Lucic. Lucic really trying to get under the skin of the Rangers, and they're just laughing at him. They just don't care whatsoever. Milan Lucic, I don't know why he thinks he's still relevant in the league, but it is what it is. He ends up going off for roughing, and then Weegar and Coley end up getting fighting majors, so Sammy Blais doesn't get a penalty for the hit that he threw, which was supposedly dirty, but whatever. It is what it is. Second period comes around, and the Rangers start off the second period really nicely, as Filipino ends up scoring nice and early in the second period. Unassisted goal, just took the puck away there and ends up getting a opportunity, and yeah, capitalizes on it. 2-1 game. And then Calgary would end up getting a power play, unfortunately, as Panarin took a served, I should say, for a too many men. And what happens? They end up paying for a too many men as Tyler Toffoli just snipes one past Jarl Halak. Anderson and Lindholm with the assist on that. That makes it 2-2. And then towards the end of the period, you have Jacob Trouba throw another monster hit as he throws this one on... Who did he throw the hit on? Oh yeah, Nazem Kadri. How could I forget? Kadri's helmet goes flying off. He's too busy with his head in the snow, looking down at the ice like a moron. And Jacob Trouba again has to fight for a clean hit. It is what it is. And then the instigator ends up going to Dylan Dubé. So yeah, the Rangers end up getting a power play out of it, and they end up scoring. So as much as the Rangers took a stupid penalty, so did the Flames there, as Mika Zibanejad scores from Kreider and Panarin there. Beautiful snipe there by Zibanejad, who ends up getting his first of this game. And it's about time that the Rangers score on the power play as well. I never thought I'd see the day that they do that again, but yeah, they end up scoring there. Third period rolls around, and Mangiapane ends up getting a nice soccer-style goal to kick things off in the third period. No pun intended there with the kicking part. But yeah, he kicks things off. That time the pun was intended. With on the scoring sheet there, Hannafin and Backlund with the assist. So yeah, apparently kicking goals is allowed now in the sport of hockey, which is very interesting. But talking about it from a perspective of what the Rangers did wrong there, Keandre Miller was just out of position, and Jarl Halak couldn't go over to reach for the save. So yeah, that was a mistake there, and that ended up being costly there, and 3-3. And then they wouldn't take two on the score yet again, as Stone gets one from Backlund and Coleman, just a snipe there, as Jacob Trouba refuses to block the shot. The Rangers go for a line change. None of the forwards are involved in the play, and yeah, that ends up making it 4-3. And then thankfully, Mika Zibanejad would score a little bit afterwards from Panarin and Vesey. Beautiful snipe here yet again. Beautiful pass by Artemi Panarin as well from behind the net. And yeah, Zibanejad snipes that one to make it 4-4. And then Trocheck takes a late dumb tripping penalty, which, my God, I really thought was going to result in a goal. But the Garden was electric. The PK was electric. And thankfully, they didn't let him down. They didn't let him down whatsoever. And it was just beautiful work there to watch that PK. And I've been harsh on the penalty kill now and then, but they definitely look good there. And then we go to overtime because I was in the building. So naturally, we go to overtime. And the Rangers got a couple opportunities in overtime. So what happens? And what happens is Mika Zibanejad and Lafreniere get a opportunity. And what happens on that opportunity? Lafreniere ends up burying the rebound shot there. Wasn't even trying really to get that there on goal, but, well, he was trying to get it on goal, but he wasn't even looking at where he was shooting at all, is what I meant. But he ends up scoring there after Zibanejad couldn't connect on the 2-on-1. So Lafreniere, a feel-good moment for him there, which is huge. Hopefully this will get him going a bit. And yeah, Rangers had other opportunities to score in this game as well. There was that weird play with Fox behind the net, and Hedl, I think, got one there. At the end of the third period, Hedl got an opportunity where he didn't decide to shoot for whatever reason. But yeah, the Rangers had a lot of opportunities in this game, and I'm not complaining with this game whatsoever. They took the 2 points. There were things that could have been better at certain points defensively, that's for sure. Shots in the third period were 9-8 in favor of the Rangers. Shots in overtime, 5-0 in favor of the Rangers. In the game, 33-32 in favor of the Rangers. Face-off percentage, 57-43 in favor of the Flames. And the power play, 1 for 3 for each. Hits, 25 each side. 17 block shots for the Rangers, 13 for the Flames. Giveaways, 14 for the Flames, 16 for the Rangers. Yeah, a lot of turnovers in this game. A lot for both teams. That is for damn sure. And thankfully, the Rangers ended up capitalizing on more of the turnovers. So, yeah. They didn't play necessarily a perfect game, but the Flames just played so bad that they ended up getting the 2 points, and it is what it is. We take it. We take it. First line, Panarin, Zibanejad, and Vesey. We're okay tonight. I would have liked a bit more from the start, I should say, because Panarin turned the puck over way too much at the start of this game. There was like 3 of his 4 turnovers were right at the start of the game. Need to be better at the start. Need to be better in general, and you can't turn the puck over that much. But outside of that, 2 points for Artemi Panarin, 3 shots on goal, and not too bad of a game in the grand scheme of things. Zibanejad had 8 shots on goal, had 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points. I don't know how he didn't get the first start of the game, or at least the second, then Heedle should have. I know Lafreniere, they wanted to give him a moment, but come on. Come on. But, yeah, first line, pretty productive for the most part. And then Jimmy Vesey had a great game when it comes to the penalty kill, especially. He came up huge. Really liked the game there for them. And then for the second line, the Kreider, Trocheck, and Goudreau line, they had a weird night. They definitely had a weird night. Kreider had a couple weird moments. They all had weird moments. Like Trocheck had one great moment where he made a beautiful move to enter the zone, and it looked like he was going to get a scoring chance, didn't, and then you have him taking a boneheaded penalty. So it was definitely a 50-50 night for that second line. There were times where they looked good, times they looked bad, but for the most part, I won't complain about their performance. Third line, the Kid line, Lafreniere, Heedle, and Kakko, easily the best line of the night. Lafreniere had a pretty solid game for the most part. There were times where he looked a little lost out there, but then there were times where he looked like he was going to score a lot of goals in this one. He had 4 shots on goal. He had a pretty solid game for the most part. Definitely an improvement from what we've seen for the most part. Filipino, great game for him. Outside of him in the faceoff dot going 11%. Ill, disgusting, gross. You're not doing good in the faceoff dot there, Heedle. But you get a pass because he scored 2 goals and he is driving the offense like crazy. I think that the difference, it's hard because you can't break up this Kid line, but all right, that was annoying. But like I was saying, the Kid line, right? You can't break them up, but it's just like, if they had a legit face-off winner on that line, it would just take it to the next level. Like, it really would. But regardless, I'm very happy with the way that they played. And then the fourth line, I'm actually happy with the way that they played. I thought that Blais had a okay game in his return, but there were some things where it looked like, yeah, he was kind of used to Hartford and he made a couple boneheaded plays, but it is what it is. Lecision had an okay game, and then Coley, I'm loving the guy. I mean, he's fighting like crazy as well. 2 fighting majors in 3 games. Not too bad for the kid. But when it comes to the defensive squad, Lindgren and Fox definitely need to be better at times. Fox especially. I thought Fox had a bit of a down game. That is for sure. Still picked up a point in this one, but he needed to be better. Turned the puck over, made a couple lazy turnovers. You need to be better there. Miller and Trouba need to be better as well. Couple boneheaded plays, couple bad turnovers. Need to be better. And out of position way too much at times as well. So I'll leave it at that with them. And then Harper and Schneider, they were probably, I don't know if I'd say they were the best defensive pair. Harper, again, another guy turning the puck over way too much. But Schneider had a solid game. And then Jarl Halak, not a great game from him at all, but they end up getting him another win. They get him another win. So, yeah, we'll take it. And we'll take it now to Twitter. Speaking of, we'll take it. Denisa says, the Kid line continues to be awesome. Our PK comes in clutch. Yarrow had some great saves. And not to mention, Trouba and Blais looked great tonight. I agree with pretty much everything that you said. I thought that Trouba and Blais, I don't know if I'd say they looked great tonight. I thought that there were times where they definitely could have been better, especially Jacob Trouba out of position at times. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love him throwing the hits and looking like an animal out there and pissing off the Flames there. But yeah, the Kid line, really good. The PK definitely came out clutch. And Halak, he made a couple good saves here and there, but you need a bit more from him. That is for sure, in my opinion. You need a bit more. Brittany says, how do we define a distinct kicking motion? Great question, because I'd love for the NHL to answer this one for me. I don't have an answer, but the NHL should please give all of us an answer so we know, because I don't know what goalie interference is. I don't know what kicking motions are. I just don't know the rules at this point. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's just ridiculous, these rules in the NHL. Black Dog RVA says, what a game. Lucic is scary, but if nobody will engage, his effect on a game is limited. Thought Blais looked better, more noticeable. Cried had chances, but must be more aggressive. Wake up, dude. Big goal for Laff. Big win. Let's go. Completely agree with everything you said. Kreider definitely had the opportunities, and he needs to wake up a bit. because you're a big reason. Your job is to tip pucks in, and you're not doing your job good enough, and you not doing your job good enough is hurting this power play. So yeah, they definitely need Kreider to step it up a bit more. That is for sure, and that would take this offense to a whole nother level if he could. So completely agree there. BD3 says Lafreniere was flying around the ice tonight. Hedl is him. Kidline is crazy good. Mika played out of his mind. Kreider needs to finish. Agree with everything. I just touched on Kreider, so I won't go too much more in depth. But yeah, that Kidline, ridiculous how great they are. Matthew says, what an outstanding game. Maybe Trouba's best game as a Ranger from my eyes. Boy, can we talk about the worst call ever made before. That was awful. His foot moved forward. Anyways, great win, and let's keep it going. Again, I don't know if I'm there with Trouba having a great game. Like, he had a good game. Don't get me wrong. He had a good game. Great game. I'm not there. Because there were times, like I said, he was out of position, and it was more so Keandre Miller, but there were times where he was out of position as well, and there were some things he did that I didn't like, but it was a good game for him. I'll say it was a good game, better than what we've seen. And then, yeah, the kicking goal, like I addressed, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Thomas says, did the break help Laff, Blay, and Trouba? Maybe. Hopefully. Kazoo says, the amount of times I was screaming at my computer screen to shoot the puck or hit the net was truly something this morning. Other than that, typical Ranger fashion, they had to make it interesting. Yeah. It shouldn't have been a close game. It really shouldn't have, but it ended up being that way. So, it is what it is. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Remember to leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially for Ranger fans. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload a video next. And I will see you guys in the next one. Let's go, Rangers.